Next up, we have savings and investments, and you'll start to see in this section why we start with the cash flow analysis. The first recommendation is to use the monthly expenses you totaled up in the cash flow analysis to determine how much you should actually have in savings. So people will lean on, oh, I have 10,000 in savings, 5,000, 20,000, 30,000, and there's no real connection as to how many months expenses that actually represents. With your cash flow analysis, if you find out that you have $5,000 of monthly expenses, you can then determine, do I want to keep a month expenses in cash, 3 months expenses in cash, 6 months expenses in cash? And if you want more than 6 months expenses in cash, you need to have a very good reason to explain why you wouldn't take those excess funds and instead put them in a place like a brokerage account where there's more opportunity to gain than in your traditional savings account. And there is a misconception that by putting your funds into this brokerage account, that you're losing access to them, right? Oh, I want to have my funds in cash so that I can get to them when I need them. But when you have money in a brokerage account, in most cases, 2 to 3 business days is a good expectation as for when you could have funds back in your account if you needed them. So, for example, if I needed money from my savings account, yes, you are correct. I could have it in my checking account instantly if I log on to my online account. But if I need money on Friday from my brokerage account, if I put in the request by Monday or Tuesday, it's highly likely that I'll have those funds at that time. And while there may be cases where you have a small emergency where you need money instantly, there aren't many things that I can think of where I would need more than 3 months expenses sooner than in 2 to 3 business days. So you want to keep perspective when you're determining your amount and not saying, oh, I'm keeping a year's worth of expenses in cash because I need access to the money. It's really a matter of how quickly you need access to it. And I would argue that most people are not going to instantly need as much money as they think in the event of an emergency.